Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to try something a little bit different. I have a Dominaria Remastered collector box. What I would like to do is a pack battle. The way this is going to work, and I don't have a Patreon or anything set up, so we can't choose people at random. I'm going to open this, divide it into 3 teams of 4, and whoever has the highest dollar value according to Manabox is going to be the winning team. Now, what I would like for you guys to do is subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment with whether you think team 1, 2, or 3 is going to win. The winning team is going to get this Avatar collector pack. Now, what's going to happen is I will open this in the video, and then I'll choose a person at random from the comments. And if you are the lucky person, you will get what is inside this pack. For more information on how this is going to work, I would like for you to take a look at the description of the video. All the information is going to be in there. So let's crack this thing open and see what we got. I'm gonna give it a little mix. Got 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna start off with the first card. Now this set is probably one of my this is one of my favorite sets. Dominaria Remastered is a great way of getting all the tutors that you need for, building your decks. It's got Worldly Tutor, it's got Mystic Tutor, Enlightened Tutor, you got Vampiric Tutor. I've seen a couple of those get pulled, and I've also seen Gamble a few times. I don't know which way the pack is going. Okay, good, it's from the back. So we got Ember Beast, Aquamoeba, Remedy, Wretched Anerid, Solar Blast, Lightning Rift, Sawtooth Loon, and an island. I love the arts that they use. I think all the lands in Dominaria Remastered are the traditional border, and in the collector pack they're all, well, maybe not in the sets, but in the collector packs, it's all the traditional borders, like the retro frame with the nice foiling. I really like this treatment because it's only foil on the outside, it's not foil on the actual image. So let's see what we got here. Start off with an Ornithopter. Okay, we're not into the rares just yet. Mog War Marshal. Quicksilver Dagger. I used to play this back in high school. It's a really nice little creature enchantment. Got a Chainer, Dementia Master, an Entomb in retro art, Grim Lavamancer. This is something you're going to see a lot of in the set. Crawl Space in retro foil, and that's it for this pack. So I'm going to put these aside and start scanning these. Actually, I'm gonna put them down here. We're gonna do this, this, and this. We're gonna go on to team 2. I'm gonna put the pricing just above the cards so you can see the value of each team. Duress, always good to see. Counterspell, staple for any blue. An Orm's Thunder, Penumbra Bobcat, Wild Dogs, Phyrexian Skuta, Terravor, a Swamp, Obanize, Mesa Enchantress. This is a really good uncommon for the set. Impulse. And into the rares, Saproling Symbiosis, an Urza's Incubator, Mystical Tutor, in the special art treatment. And another Saproling Symbiosis. So let's set these down here. I think so far that Mystical Tutor is probably the best value that we got. And we'll go on to Team 3. So what do you guys think? What do you think of Dominaria Remastered? I have to say this is one of my favorite sets to pull from. You can get some really, really great stuff from the collector packs, like Birds of Paradise. You can get, as you've seen, the tutors. Crawl Space is actually a very fantastic artifact. I don't really see a lot of people run it. I used to see it a little bit more commonly in play in Commander, but it hasn't really come up recently for me. I won't even bother trying to pronounce that. Something Lemur, Elvish Aberration, Lightning Reflexes, Renewed Faith, Twisted Experiment, Fire and Ice, Mystic Enforcer, very nice Mountain, Invigorating Boon, Chainer's Edict. That's some really nice art. I like that one. And this should be the first rare. Nope, never mind. Got an Ornithopter. Next one should be rare. Gemstone Mine in foil. Siege Gang Commander. Chainer Dementia Master. And an Oversold Cemetery in full art and foil. Put these over here. I really like that Oversold Cemetery art. That's really beautiful. I run Oversold Cemetery in my Zombies deck, and I think it's pretty good for 2-cost enchantment at the beginning of your upkeep. If you have 4 more creature cards in your graveyard, you can return a target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. I think that's fantastic, especially if you're playing a lot of graveyard recursion. And for only 2 costs, can't go wrong with that. All right, this pack is for the first column in Team 1. So let's see what we got. An Auramancer, beautiful Rebecca Gay art. This is, I have an old copy of Auramancer that I used to play back when I was in high school. Honestly, of all the MTG artists, I think Rebecca Gay is probably my favorite. Not to throw shade at anybody else. There's a lot of talented artists, but she is definitely, for me, number 1. Man of War, Man-O-War. Phantom Flock, Werebear, Spark Spray, Caldera, that's a nice Triome. Triomes typically, they're useful. They do come in tapped, and this one does require you to return a non-lair land that you control to your hand, which isn't the worst. It's a little bit slow on ramp. Typically, if I get these in my opening hand, I'll play it turn 2, which kind of slows my progression down a little bit. Or if I don't really need it and I have a pretty decent mana base, I'll wait until, I don't know, like turn 6, turn 7 or something, when I'm a little bit more established on the board so I'm not falling behind. But it's always good to have these. Wax and Wane. Nice Island. Lull. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn. For 2, it's a pretty good instant. It's kind of like Fog, just 1 generic more. Empty the Warrens. High Tide. This I do play in my Thrasios deck. It is, I think it comes in clutch sometimes, especially if you need to pop off on like a series of instant casts or any kind of high CMC stuff. I run Eligreth as the partner for my Thrasios commander, so being able to tap for double blue really does come in handy. So I might put this art in mine and swap out from the old one. An Arcanus the Omnipotent. A Lotus Blossom. At the beginning of your upkeep, you can put a petal counter on Lotus Blossom, sacrifice this, and add X mana of any one color where X is the number of petal counters on Lotus Blossom. Decimate, destroy target artifact, target creature, target enchantment, and target land. This you have to be careful with because if you go to play it and there isn't a target artifact, creature, enchantment, and land, then it fizzles. You have to target them. You are able to target the same thing more than once, so if you have an artifact creature on board that you want to get rid of, you can use that for artifact and for creature, but if there's no enchantment to target, and no, well, I mean, there's going to be land on the field, hopefully, you have to have all 4 of them. Foil, full art, Entomb, that's very beautiful. And that's it. So let's put these down here. I think I'm going to put the Entomb on top because that is one of my favorite arts for the Entomb. This one is for Team 2. Got a nice insect token there. Giant Spider. Dragon Engine. Remote Isle. Savannah Lions. Urborg Siphon Mage. Confiscate. Order and Chaos. This is my favorite swamp art. Anybody who knows me knows that I love this art. I have one that I pulled from original OG Portal pack that I run in one of my decks. So every time I get one of these, I hold on to them. This is by far my favorite art. Nature's Lore. We should be getting into the rare after this one. Spirit Link. Oh, one more. Wild Growth. Mystic Remora. Triskelion. Nut Collector. There he is again, Grim Lavamancer. And yeah, that's the token at the end. So let's see, Mystical Tutor. I think I'm going to keep the Mystical Tutor on top for now because I do like that the most. The Mystical Remora is pretty good. Nut Collector, yeah, let's put Nut Collector on the top. We'll do it for the memes. This is for Team 3. Hopefully we can get something a little bit better than that oversold cemetery. I'm not even going to speculate on value for it right now, so. Let's see. Chain Lightning. Ornithopter. Macetail Hystrodon? Snap. Snap is one of the best common pulls you can get in Dominaria Remastered. Foil snaps, I'm not 100% sure. They sell, I think, for about anywhere between $9 and $12 Canadian, depending on whether it's the retro border or the new art. Undying Rage, Dragon Whelp, Squirrel Nest, Nice Plains, Dampening Sphere, Goblin Matron, and Ovenize. Exploration, that is a solid pull. Hinterland Harbor. Worldly Tutor. And a Siege Gang Commander. And that goes into the token. So that, I think, that's an improvement. That's definitely an improvement. So far, I'd have to say, Team 3 looks like it's probably doing the best. I'm gonna put the Exploration on top, even though I do really like that Worldly Tutor art. All right, so now we're on to pack 3 for Team 1. Nice zombie token. Cloud of Fairies. Whoa, Ikatian? I don't know, Javelineers? We're gonna go with that. That's a word I can't pronounce. That's another word I can't pronounce. It's a gargoyle of sorts. Juggernaut. Terminal Moraine. Not the greatest land, but I do play it in my Windgrace deck, partially because I just really like the art. It's a nice throwback to the old style of magic arts, but also because it does have the ability to sacrifice. Pain and Suffering. Dragon Blood. My favorite swamp. Wild Dogs. Tatyova Benthic Druid? We'll go with that. Tatovia Benthic Druid. It is a staple card. I see it a lot in a lot of Simic decks. Mog War Marshal. I'm not even gonna try it. I don't know what's going on with my brain today, but I can't pronounce anything, so I'm not gonna try it. Nice Maze of Ith. Triskelion in the full art. Okay. Dark Depths doesn't have a lot of actual value to it, but this is probably the nicest looking land that I've ever seen printed in Magic. It's something about this full art in the foil with the Merit Lage hanging out in the bottom. It looks like deep water, and I think it's probably one of the nicest treatments. Even though that's not the highest value, I'm putting that on top of the Entomb just because I love it so much. All right, we're gonna do pack number 3 for Team 2. Also, if you want to play a little extra of a bonus game, you can try and guess what you think the total pack value is going to be for each team, or in total. You know, let's get some interaction going. I want to try and build this channel a little bit so I have the ability to give back to the community. Magic, as everyone knows, it is supported mainly by the community, and without the people that are able to host events and organize things for people and make this kind of content and, you know, do the nice giveaways, it just wouldn't be the same. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn, just saying in general, it's nicer to, you know, to get involved in that community, you know, have your voice heard. That's how we get change going. That's how we get Wizards to listen to us to make the changes that we need to see done in this game. Not that there's anything, you know, majorly wrong with it. I've, you know, heard some people talking about how they feel about Universes Beyond and, you know, incomplete sets and partial sets, and, you know, there's the feedback from Spider-Man and some of the feedback from TMNT, but I don't want to get into that. Got an Avrax, Festering Goblin, Mind Stone, always good to have. Another Obanize, Slippery Karst, Nature's Lore, Ovinomancer. A lot of Ovinos. This is a very beautiful forest. Let's get a little closer on that one. That's a beautiful, beautiful art. I think I might actually run this. That might be my favorite forest in the set. Another Savannah Lions, Street Wraith, Goblin Matron, and this is where the rares should be. Mind Slicer, Gemstone Mine again, another Dark Depths, and a Phantom Nishoba. Not the pack I was hoping for. Let's put the Gemstone Mine on the top. Seems like Team 2 is maybe suffering just a little bit. This is going to be the third pack for Team 3. And let's get right into it. Glintwing Invoker, Goblin Turncoat, Phyrexian Ranger, Nightscape Familiar, Symbiotic Beast, Recoil, Turnabout, a nice classic island art, Wild Growth, a White Mane Lion, nice Swords to Plowshares. I run this art and this printing in my Ilkor Orzhov Rabbits deck. A third Dark Depths. Maybe we could just put them across the board. Vexing Sphinx. Ah, Vampiric Tutor. That's the pull you want to see. It seems like Team 3 is getting all the luck today. Helm of Awakening. That would be it for that pack. You know what? We're gonna do this. I'm gonna put the Dark Depths on top here. I'm gonna put the Dark Depths on top here. Let's just do 3 Dark Depths. What's the harm in that? All right, we're on to the last pack for Team 1. Let's see what we got in here. An Impulse, Break Asunder, Obsessive Search, Primal Boost, Terror, Invigorating Boon, Thieving Magpie. I kind of like that art. Stealing kind of looks like an earring or something. It's kind of cute. Nice planes art. I think this is also one of the nicer planes too. Street Wraith, Dragon Whelp, and another High Tide. This is the art that I run in my Thrasios deck, so I think I want to switch it out for that other one that I showed you. Now this should go into the rares. Arborea, Shivan Dragon, not exactly the rare I'm hoping for. Gamble, the worst of the tutors in the entire set. And our third Grim Lavamancer. So if you were voting for Team 1, I mean, we started off a little bit strong, but I think Team 3 might pull this one home. Last pack for Team 2. Nice Elephant Token. Goblin Matron. Empty the Warrens. Kavu Primarch. Sandstorm. Subterranean Scout. Crop Rotation. Crop Rotation, I think, was put into the Game Changers recently, so this thing has... I don't know if it's gone up in value or gone down in value because of that Game Changer adjustment, but Crop Rotations are always going to be good. Spiritmonger. Beautiful Island. Sarah Angel. Another Mind Stone. Spirit Link. Oh, there we go, my cat beast again. Phantom Nishoba. I have a few of these. I've opened a lot of this set and it seems to be the one card I pull the most. Chainer Dementia Master. Another Mystic Remora. A Hinterland Harbor in foil. And that's it. Let's keep the Dark Depths on top. No, I'm gonna put the Mystic Remora on. Let's mix it up a little bit. And again, a reminder, if you do want to enter into this, you have to like the video, make sure you're subscribed, and leave a comment with the team that you think is going to take this home. This is the final pack for Team 3. Got a Deep Analysis, Cole Stoker, Setton's Desire, Lull, Stonewood Invoker, Gamekeeper, Slice and Dice. That is a nice forest too. Let's get a little closer on this one. And you see what I mean with that treatment. It's nice that it's only the border that's foil and not the image, so you can still see the art while you still get that nice treatment. Impulse, Terror, and a Thran Golem. All right, so it should be rares from this point forward. Another Lotus Blossom, Mind Slicer, an Enlightened Tutor. That's a great pull. And a Windborn Muse. Let's put the Enlightened Tutor on the top. So I'm going to put the mana boxing of these cards off to the side, so we can see how the price has been going up throughout the video. I'm going to go ahead and open the Avatar Collector, and I think it's safe to say Team 3 is won. So if you've made it this far and you've guessed Team 3, I'm gonna pull your name at random, I'll get in contact with you, make sure that you have you have some sort of way of me contacting you. You need to be able to have your YouTube profile available, or at least maybe have your email in the description, or send me an email, let me know that you've left the comment and that you're interested in this, and that way I can get back to you. If I don't get back to you within, say, 3 days of this video, send me an email. so let's get this Avatar collector pack open. All right. Got a Dai Li Indoctrination, Merchant of Many Hats, Kyoshi Village, Momo Playful Pet, Zuko's Conviction, Price of Freedom, Dramatic Reversal, Freedom Fighter Recruit, Moku Meandering Drummer. Unfortunately, no Earthbending student in this one. An Azula Cunning Usurper, Crystalline Armor, Momo Friendly Flyer, Prosperity, and a Lion Turtle. And what's the art card? We got a nice art card. So this whole pack I'll include for whoever it is that wins this little giveaway. If you have any questions or you'd like to get in contact with me, my email is down in the description of the video. If there's any content that you would like to see in the future, I'd love to hear your suggestions. I'd love to get your feedback, see how I can improve this, see how I can make content that you guys find more engaging. If you have anything you'd like to tell me, feel free. I'm always available and I'd love to hear from you. I hope you have a great rest of your day and you enjoyed the video. Take care. Bye-bye.